Every hideout in your life starts with a belief that God is holding out on you. And I do that all the time. I hide in that place regularly. I should build a residence because I'm there so often. My guess is you are as well. That all of our hiding, whether it's from God or from someone else, from ourselves, whether it's behind food or alcohol or pornography, whether it's behind spending or success, whether it's behind excuses or religion, all of our hiding begins with a belief that God is actually withholding stuff from you. God's holding out. That there's something God has that He's just not given to you. And that's why you're still single. Or that's why your business hasn't taken off. Or that's why you lost your job. Or that's why you prayed and prayed and prayed and they never got healed. God's cruel. He's holding out for you. And I just want to speak to that this morning, that if that's a belief that you can recognize that you have, that's transformative progress, because all of us have them. But most of us that come to church on a regular basis, or even a somewhat irregular basis, we don't think that's actually where our hideouts start. Because no one ever told us that. People told us, don't do those things. Don't sin. Don't hide. And yet the trauma and the pain that we hold in our life, the stories that we've lived through, the things that have been said to us or the experiences that we've had, hiding is the most logical option. And yet it's because there's a thing beneath the thing. When we choose to see the thing that's underneath our hiding, to face ourselves and actually unearth what's really in our soul in that hideout, we ask that question, where do I feel like God is holding out on me? Where do I feel like I would have done this better if I were God? You ever have those moments? Like, if I could choose my own adventure, like, it'd be a better story. Definitely more entertaining for me, right? And yet we have these moments, right, where we can rationalize the things that God has said. We can feel like God is too restricted, feel like God's not coming through, and so we just do it our own way. Have you ever wondered why it is that you try to cover your tracks when things don't work out the way you planned? I mean, we all do that, like, right? Why do we do that? You ever withhold love because you're afraid that you're going to experience rejection or disapproval? Like, I don't want to really hope for this or really go there in that relationship, because what if it flames out? I don't want to really hope this business idea is going to take off, because what if I fail? Do you ever dismiss patterns in your life that you see, or a friend or a loved one or a spouse sees in your life, and you know they're not good for you, but it's just easier to go, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. Do you ever justify why you see things the way you see them? Do you ever blame others' imperfect choices as the cause for your own? I mean, if any of those questions you answered yes to, like me, you're not alone. And I think that's why this story is so helpful. It's not just an origin story. It speaks to who we are now today, right in 2022.